Hey everyone, this is Jake, aka Lunar Wolf. Got a Talking Heads video for you here today. I posted the video earlier going through some deeper guides and information on the Void Gauntlet from the PTR. It looks like a really good and solid weapon. I highly encourage you to try it out with your builds. It makes for a very fun and interesting playstyle. You don't really need to stack too much into focus or intellect to really get into it. So definitely check that out. I'm going to be doing a double video with this one. I'm going to have a very short one here and a much longer one that's more in depth. So if you want to see all of the patch notes and my thoughts on them and how that works, definitely go ahead and check that. But I'm just going to do some very general things here just to let you guys know the main highlights of these patch notes without having to spend 30 or 40 minutes on a video here. So first and foremost, they added Void Gauntlet. They basically pulled a ton of the stuff that was on the PTR over to live servers here. So Void Gauntlet's very fun. Go check that out. Check out my videos on it. Go have some fun, play with it. They added some new enemies, and some of these enemies are named and will drop specific types of items. They're going to be found throughout the world. There's a new quest system, too, to go and find these types of enemies here. They're called the Varangian Knights. Different types of them as well. So they did a ton of changes here with everything, really. So real briefly, we'll get into it here. They added some new PvP faction missions that actually give a higher incentive to flagging and doing PvP that way. They've increased the rewards for flagging. So on top of the 10% bonus experience that you now get a 10% added luck bonus and a 30% gathering luck bonus while flagged. They added a 10% speed buff to when you're on the roads there. Let's see here. They fixed a ton of animation issues and just general AI bugs and overarching bugs here. They increased some of the different types of low usage perks, but they changed up the equip load scaling as well. Now it's 30% healing bonus from light armor and 15% healing bonus. No increased damage bonuses, just healing bonuses on light and medium to kind of promote that less tanky approach to playing Lifestaff. They did massive changes. In short, Warhammer got buffed on, but they pulled some rend off of Shockwave and threw it onto Armor Breaker. Lifestaff got nerfed pretty heavily to kind of bring it more in line with using it in conjunction with Void Gauntlet for better healing. It's still really strong on the PTR, which had this patch on it, so don't worry too much about it. But now if you're playing as a healer, you're going to have to actually pay attention and play as a healer. They did some changes. I definitely recommend looking deep into it. Hatchet, they buffed the throwing axe tree a lot to bring that up in line with the more melee tree. Great Axe got buffed as well. It actually has a very nice rework of a perk that roots for a quarter of a second on every type of pool, and a lot of things pull on that. Bow got buffed with some cooldowns reduced there. Sword and Shield got buff with a lot of cooldown reduction there. Fire Staff got nerfed pretty hard in some aspects and buffed relatively nicely in other. Pillar of Fire's damage got buffed, but it no longer double hits at the edge there. Flamethrower got buffed, but they reduced a lot of the effectiveness of the passives there. Spear got buffed. Ice Gauntlet got nerfed a bit. Buffed and nerfed. Ice Storm now stays on the ground when you swap weapons for the full duration, but it doesn't deal as much damage because they increased the time between the damage ticks. They increased the actual damage scaling on certain types of abilities that weren't necessarily used. You can't get healed as Entombed anymore. I don't know if that means if you pop a potion before you go for Entomb or popping food before you go Entombed, if it continues to heal. The Rapier got buffed. Musket got a nice buff to it as well with some cooldown reductions and some damage increases. They added in some new enemy types for the existing enemy factions, if you will, and they fixed a lot of the AI and tuned a lot of the different enemies and whatnot here and there. They changed up some things in the expeditions, nothing too drastically, just a lot of bug fixes on animations and variations that shouldn't have happened. They tied all of the trading posts together now, so you can buy anything from anywhere. They reduced the faction change cooldown from 120 days down to 60 days. They added a new item, Chunk of Consecrated Iron, to use it to craft the Resilient perk. They adjusted some of the trade skill progressions there. Nothing too drastic, but definitely take a look at that if you want to know some more details. And they just fixed a ton of different bugs that were problematic. They did some UI fixes as well. But in general, this is a very big patch. Go through the patch notes so you can see everything here. Watch my other video that is much longer. This was just a short, quick one to show you that the update actually happened. Yeah, so thanks for stopping by. If you like this type of content, leave me a like, comment if you feel the need to, subscribe to my channel. It really does help me grow here. I'm going to do a lot of these types of like short burst videos with a much longer, more in-depth one. So keep an eye out for that. You'll probably see some of those with different build guides, especially centered around Void Gauntlet after this patch. So thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.